Alright. This is a fun, oh man, this is a fun episode in my opinion. This is Amphibia episode 7B, Anne versus Wild. Yep, it's exactly what you would think from that title. um, God, this episode was fun. Especially when they get to the end, I like episodes that do this, where for like the majority of the episode you think, okay, it's filler, but then they drop something at the end, and it's like, oh no, okay, it's not filler entirely. So it all starts when Anne wakes up one morning, and then she notices that Sprig, Hop Pop, and Polly are packing up and getting on Bessie, and she's wondering what they're doing, and it turns out they're gonna go camping. And yeah, you could already imagine what could go wrong with camping. And so they said, well, we wanted to invite you, but we just weren't sure if you were up for this, or if you even want, or if you were able to handle it. They pretty much just trashed her, just like, yeah, you're kind of weak. It's like, and they don't, it's just the way they say it too. They're so nice about it, even though the words that they're saying are so hurtful. And yeah, Anne really takes it to heart, because she says that she's totally up for it, and that she'll join them on the trip, and she wants to basically be a part of the family more and just fit in with them more. So she thinks doing a camping trip would work. So they go to this campsite, and it's pretty much what you would expect as a normal campsite, and just nice open area in the forest where there's people, and you can pretty much you could go fishing, you can obviously explore and stuff, and as Hop Pop said, it's so peaceful and quiet that you can even hear your own thoughts. And then they cut to it, and then they go and they do the shot where you focus on his head, and you just hear all the thoughts, and it's more just him panicking about the stuff that he could have possibly forgot at the house. He's like, did you lock the door? Did you? I mean, I've had moments like that where I've left the house, and I'm like, or even left my dorm room here, and I'm like, did I remember this? Did I remember that? Did I remember that? But yeah, so like I said, obviously with the title being Anne versus Wild, it's pretty much Anne not being able to do anything camping wise. She can't, like, when she's fishing, she gets pulled into the lake. When she's setting up a tent, she fails miserably. There's even a point where it catches on fire. And so but she refuses pretty much to cave in, and she even, like, the family is like, are you sure you want to keep doing this? I mean, we understand if you don't. I mean, you can just hop on Bessie and head back. And it's just like, Anne's like, no, I'm totally okay. It's just the fact that this camping isn't tough enough for me. And it's like, oh, for crying out loud. So she takes it a step further by saying we should be doing more hardcore camp. And of course, that's when they meet another camper who's, let's just say, looks like some sort of down under man of the wild. I'm sorry. His name is Soggy Joe, and yeah, he's pretty intense. Well, I mean, for this kid show, he's intense. Honestly, he was kind of funny. I kind of thought he was funny too. And so he takes them to a dark part of the forest where they camp, and they're sitting around the campfire, and he's like, you want to hear a scary story? Now I'm just thinking of freaking Butch from The Boys. That's all I can hear now. I mean, he's not. Actually, that would have been amazing if they got Carl Urban to voice this guy. I mean, actually, this was before The Boys aired, but this would have been around the time The Boys would have wrapped up production, maybe. Maybe. I mean, man, that would have been amazing. But okay, so so Soggy Joe tells him about the tale of the Mudmen, and that how they drag people into the water to basically kill them and all that stuff in the middle of the night. And he says their weakness is sunlight and being clean. And the second he said that, I'm like, okay, well, they're gonna get attacked, and the only way to stop them is to clean them. And the reason why I say that is because at the beginning of the episode, Anne has this little soap ball thing. I don't know what they're called. I really don't, because anytime when I use soap, I use the bar soap, and I have shampoo, conditioner. I have those stuff. I don't know what the heck a ball of soap is. So Anne had that in hand, and she put it in her pocket and took it with her. So the second that they said the weakness of the Mudmen was to be clean, I knew that was going to come into play somehow. And that is pretty much what happens after Soggy Joe goes and he says he was gonna do he basically said he was gonna pretty much use the bathroom. He comes back and then it's just like he's just standing there, falls to the ground, and there's an axe in his back, and it's like, well, that got dark. And I thought he actually did, and he doesn't die. They write that out, basically like saying that he has an axe-proof vest. Yeah, sure. So, but he's basically out for the count for the fight because the Mudmen attack, and it's they're the meatball kind of looking things in the intro. Remember the part where Anne and Sprig are back to back, Anne's holding her racket while these meatball things are swarming them? That's what these guys are, and so they have to, yeah, they have to fight, and then so. And pretty much, it's, obviously this being kind of like the climax of the episode, and caves in, admits that she hated every minute of it, that she didn't want to do it, but she felt left out, she wanted to fit in, and then so she fixes the problem by using the soap ball as a grenade. And I couldn't believe it too, because, it's totally a grenade, because she whips it out, and there's still like the tag on it that says what it is. She pulls the tag off with her teeth. It's just like, and then throws it basically. It's just, I'm pretty sure she said fire in the hole. Throws it into the water, and at first it doesn't do anything, but then it slowly dissolves into the water, and then it explodes. And it's not even like a tiny explosion. It's just a grand boom, like a freaking mini nuke went off, and it's like, what? And then we find out that the Mudmen are actually just really, really skinny frogs that are cannibals? They say that in this episode, like, because after they make amends and they relax, Soggy Joe gets back up, and he's like, luckily I had my axe-proof vest on, so what happens? And it's like, and they're like, I love the conversation that ensues, because he's just, Saki Joe is just standing there looking at them blankly, and they're just telling him the whole thing, and it's like, oh wow, you missed the whole thing. Oh really? Yeah, the Mudmen attack. Oh, no way. It's like, yeah, it turns out they're just cannibal frogs that are really, really good. Oh, that's interesting. It's so hilarious. They even ended it, he's like, because he's like, you guys want to get the pancakes now? Because he said if when they got up the next morning, they would get pancakes. So I like how in this he's like, yeah, you just want to get the pancakes now, mate. And so they go and get pancakes. And once again, I thought that was where the episode would wrap up, but then they take it a step further, and this is where I said the filler. This episode suddenly doesn't become a filler episode; it becomes something more, because then they go back to the house, and shows them the box. She says, this is how I got here. I don't know what it is. All I know is I opened it up, and and bam, now I'm here. And so, Sprig and Polly are looking at him and mesmerized, while Hop Hop is looking at him, and he's like, interesting. And then he picks it up and he inspects it, and then Anne's like, does it look familiar? And then Hop Hop's like, nope, no, it does not. And then, and you pretty much can guess what he means by that. He's like, and pretty much he goes upstairs. He did he give the box back to Anne? I think he gave the box back to Anne, went upstairs, opened up a book, and he was looking through, and then he's like, just as I feared, And we finally figure out what this box is. It's, well, for the most part, we get its name. It's called the Calamity Box. Calamity. So and there are three words. There are three words on there. There are three words that are on the page with the box. Danger, beware, destroyed. So it's interesting to think that this is, so the fact that this box is seemingly something that Anne shouldn't even be messing with, is apparently destroyed, but now the fact that it's back, it does kind of raise a few questions on what exactly it is. And now it does kind of make me wonder, what the heck was it doing in a thrift store? And all of a sudden, a lot of questions start sparking, and this is one of those episodes where I'm like, okay, we're adding to the mystery, and now I want to see where this goes. And I'm like, that's what you want to do in a show like this. You want to be able to establish mystery with this kind of stuff. And I like how in this episode, the main focus wasn't on this box. It was really Anne finally trusting the family enough, and finally trusting herself enough. Because think about it, like, this whole episode was her trying to fit in with the family more and try being and having them be more together with each other. So I like how it ends with Anne finally basically deciding, all right, you know what, I trust these guys enough to finally tell them about this. And wouldn't you know it, yeah. So I like this idea. And time-wise, I don't know how much time has passed since the first episode, because they said that she would be stuck for 2 months here. So I wonder if we're going to get to a point where it's like, we're a month in, or something like that. Or maybe they've already said it. I don't know. It's a lot going on, and so me doing these episodes is kind of interesting. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's yet to come. I'm excited to see what the rest of the series will bring. So hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you want to see more, just leave a comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll have my review of Justice League up in, I don't know, I'll have it up by today. I don't know how late today it'll be. For all I know, I might put it up at midnight. So hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, see you in the next video. This got so weird.